People imitate social media trends for various reasons, including seeking social validation, following the herd, and managing their online identity. This phenomenon sometimes is called online wannabeism and can involve mimicking influencer mannerisms or participating in challenges. It can also lead to negative psychological and physical consequences like envy, anxiety, and decreased well-being. Today, we'll look at the effects of social media on the masses and the sometimes dangerous consequences of risk for clicks.
Have you ever put yourself in a life or death situation trying to show off in front of two hot strangers?
Warning, the following podcast is offensive. Listener erection is advised.
You're listening to Feed and Greg.
This is such a guy question.
Oh, it totally is.
Because no woman would ever do a stupid like this.
You don't think so?
No,
I
not
think you're
really.
right.
Not really. This is why men die sooner.
Oh, in this case, I almost died.
But
Hence
please.
the life and death situation.
Please, I need to hear this.
So back in the day, I was my parents used to go camping at a like a campground that was it was more of a glamp ground. So
Right.
there were water slides and arcades and like
Well, fuck.
a lot of the cool things that like, teenagers, I don't know how old I would have been, maybe 17, 16. Actually, no, I was old enough to drive there on my own. So I want to say I was probably 18. And I met them up a few hours away, and we ended up going to a campground, and I ended up stumbling across these two very attractive women. One by the name of Ashley, and I cannot remember the last one's name.
Brittany.
I want to say it was a generic, like maybe
yeah.
let's say Jennifer.
Ashley, Jennifer, or Brittany.
And they were both lifeguards.
Oh!
And in this campground was a quarry. And this
Right.
quarry was kind of huge.
Just kinda.
It was massive.
All right.
And I took swimming lessons as a child, and I swam in some pools that were, not the largest pools, but normal sized pools.
5-6 feet deep.
5-6 feet deep, maybe 10-15 feet wide.
Right.
This quarry was probably
Hundreds of feet wide.
hundreds of feet wide and 30 feet deep.
Okay.
And I went back. I met these women, and they said they were going to go swimming in the quarry because they were lifeguards, and that's where they trained when they were not actually training in the pools where they were saving people's lives.
Guarding lives.
Right. So they told me, I came back to the campsite and I put on some, my bathing suit. My mom was like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to go swim the quarry."
And your mom thought this was a great idea.
She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go swim across the quarry. There's these two girls that are there." And she's like, "You can't do that. You're not that strong of a swimmer." I said, "Mom, they're lifeguards."
At least she had faith.
She did.
She had faith.
She kind of did. So she's like telling me, "Don't do this. You are going to die." It is a deep quarry.
I can hear your mom's voice.
It's
I can
hundreds
hear it.
of feet long. And I am not the greatest swimmer. I can swim like anybody else.
Right.
No big deal. So I remember going back down to the quarry, and then I got at the end. I sat there, and I was waiting to prep myself to go into this quarry area. And the ladies just dove in, and I'm like, okay, here's my chance. So I dove in the quarry, and I started swimming. About a quarter of the way, my arms started feeling a little noodly.
A little crampy?
Because I didn't do any... Oh, that was another thing. I didn't do any warm-up. And I
Good.
just ate a gigantic meal.
Oh, you're a man.
About a half hour before that.
No, you're a fucking man. You don't need to warm up.
No, it was brutal. So I got halfway across, and I was swimming, and I was huffing and puffing. And at one point, my arms were moving so slow, and I was slapping the water.
You really impressed the lifeguards.
They were already at the other end and working their way back.
Wow.
And I was in the middle of the quarry, and I looked up at the cliff face, which was I don't know, maybe 50, 60 feet in the air.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I see my mom and dad on their pedal bikes watching me from above.
Watch their kid die.
And I'm like, oh my God, they're here.
What's your dad gonna do?
Nothing.
Exactly.
So I'm looking at them, and I'm like, oh, they told me not to do this. I have to do this. So I swam. I almost had like an adrenaline rush, and I like swam to the other side in like a decent amount of time. And I stopped there. And all of a sudden, my mom and dad met me at the opposite side, yelling at me from the cliff, like huge embarrassment. Finn, what are you doing? You're not gonna swim all the way back. Come up here. Get on our bikes. We'll ride you back.
Wow.
And I said, Mom, I'm going back.
Margaret, don't you give me your lip.
She's like, you better not go back. I jumped back in the water. The lifeguards were swimming next to me, and I made it back. It may have taken them, let's say, 12 minutes to get from one side to the other.
Yes.
The entire trip took me over an hour and 45 minutes.
That's a good swim.
I've never in my life had so much arm noodlery. If that's not, I don't know if that's a word.
No, I get it.
Noodlery for two very attractive women.
Well, I get it. Risk versus reward, right?
The reward was I didn't get to kiss any of them.
No.
Nothing ever happened beyond a hug, and it was a nice meeting you at the end of that trip.
Yeah.
But I did get one of them's phone number, Ashley's phone number.
And then never used it.
I tried to use it before, but what happened was I washed the phone number of the paper she wrote it down, and I thought I took it out and put it on my dresser, and I got it back, and I understood the word, the numbers 7, 3, and 9
Good.
out of a area code followed by
7 digits.
7 digits.
Well, I mean, you just keep trying, right?
But I remember her last name, and I don't know how to spell it because it was like Polish.
Oh, so there's a lot of vowels.
There was a lot of vowels and a wits at the end.
No, a lot of consonants, no vowels.
Yes.
Yeah, it ends with a CZ.
It's exactly how it was, a wits at the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my, and I don't know how to find this woman ever again.
No.
Even now, if I were to, like, let's say be a creep and try to Google the name using my words, I don't even know if I said the name right. So I'd probably never find her ever again.
Yeah, because now it's been so long, it's like you're thinking like Berkowitz
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I almost died. I had chest pain, stomach cramps, arm noodlery.
At least you didn't shit yourself.
No, but I was scared at one point, a quarter way through, that I'm like, I could die right now. They would probably save me.
I would think
But
so.
I met them like 30 minutes before that.
Yeah.
At the quarry.
Okay.
So, and they're like, oh, we're going to go for our morning swim. Me too.
This is what you do. Yeah. My favorite part of this story is your dad. Like, I can see him up there, like, and there's zero chance of your dad rescuing you.
They've just watched the death. So, have you had any episodes or any types of events where you've been through life or death situations or anything to impress someone really hot?
It wasn't really life or death, but it was exceptionally stupid.
Okay.
Okay, there was a
Stupid's
point.
good.
Stupid is that's on brand.
Okay.
So there was a long period of time where I hadn't worked out or been to the gym. And
Okay.
I just kind of stopped. Like, after I became a father, all of that single guy, I mean, not even single guy, but just like all that extra stuff kind of went to the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I did nothing. I was so busy being a dad and working and blah,
Get
blah,
the
blah.
dad bod.
Right. So it wasn't an exceptional dad bod, but it was starting. And a buddy of mine at work, he was like, hey, you're going to come to my house and you're going to work out. You're going to work out with me. I'm going to show you what the fuck to do.
Okay.
And I trusted him because he was a big Arnold Schwarzenegger looking fucking guy, right? And I was like, okay, you got to be gentle with me. It's been a long time. Yeah, fucking take
So
it easy.
many ways from that.
Oh, yeah. So I get to his place and he's like, here, I want you to drink this. And I'm like, well, what is it? And he's like, don't fucking worry about it. Just drink it. I'm like, all right, I trust you. You're a healthy bastard. So what he gave me was some kind of psychotic creatine cocktail.
Oh, it was like a pre-workout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is. I mean, it looked like 19 different powders going into milk,
Okay.
which I
You hate milk?
I fucking hate milk. I needed the powder to get through the glass of milk. So I get through this glass of powdery milk, and I don't know what the fuck was in there, but I felt like I could lift the corner of the house.
Yeah.
So I was all jacked up and ready to go, and his sister comes in, and his sister, God bless her, you know, she kind of looked like him,
Okay. Oh, I know the guy you're talking about.
but with giant boobs.
Okay.
And I was like,
So she kind of looked like Thomas the Tank Engine. No, I'm totally kidding.
with giant boobs.
With giant boobs.
Yes. So I mean, his sister was like kind of hot in a weird way.
Okay.
So so we start working out, and I'm doing way too much because she's there.
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't want to seem like a wuss. You know, I don't want to be the guy who hasn't worked out in forever when, you know, he's fit and she's fit and I look like Dumpy McGee.
Okay.
So he keeps slapping weights onto these things and slapping weights onto and I'm not saying no, I'm not saying stop. I'm all jacked up from whatever glass of crack that he gave me.
Muscle milk.
Muscle milk. And he's slapping weights onto this thing. And I wouldn't stop, mostly because she was there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to seem like a big puss bag. So skip to, you know, about 8 hours later, I couldn't move my fucking arms.
Terrible, terrible.
I
junior
couldn't-
mistake.
I don't know if the glass of crack milk wore off, and holy fuck, like I had been working out prior to that, and I had never ever been in so much pain after a workout. I couldn't lift my arms. Do you know how embarrassing it is to call work and tell them I can't come in because I can't lift my arms? You're on speakerphone right now because I can't lift the phone to my arms. Or with my arms.
T-Rex.
I was like a T-Rex. I couldn't lift the phone to my ear because my arms were fucking useless.
You put the phone on the table and lay your head on the phone that's laying up on the table.
I almost had to dial with my nose.
That's amazing.
I couldn't move my fucking arms. So the next day, I still feel jacked. And like my arms, I could see there was more definition in my chest and arms, but I still couldn't move them. I couldn't flex in the mirror to even see if anything happened.
And that pain lasts usually a long time.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Because if you overdo it, especially, it's like a good week.
Like if his sister hadn't been there, I would have gone lighter. I would have done less reps. I would have fucking taken it easy. But I think because she was there, you want to impress.
That's right.
Yeah. Even though like I would have never, but at the same time, when there's a girl there, it pumps you up to do stupid things.
Yeah.
Even if you have zero intention of making an advance, you something in the man gene kicks in and you act like a fucking idiot.
He said man gene,
Man gene
not Mangina.
or man bean.
No, or man bean. Did you end up having any other relationship with her besides that hello or that moment? Like, did anything ever come of that?
No, we ended up working together.
Wait, the you and him or you and her?
Both.
Oh, she worked there too?
Yeah, she worked there briefly.
Did she tell the story about how you were an absolute stud in lifting weights that you made look easy?
No, I think he told her that I couldn't move my arms the next day, and we all had a good fucking laugh about that
amazing.
because I'm a fucking idiot. No, but the only interaction that we actually had together was she was a fan of one hockey team and I was a fan of another hockey team.
Yeah.
And every time they played each other, we had a Mickey of whiskey on the line.
Nice.
Yeah. And she lost
Every time.
every time.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. So, no death-defying moments, but definitely stupid.
Yeah. That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah. Men have that stupid part of our brain that makes us do stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as there's a vagina in the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to play hockey in a house league, and every time I make a big save, I would take my mask off to take a drink of water so the women could see that it was me, and I was a nerd in school.
That was all me, baby.
I was in high school, and it's like huge stretch split glove save, and they'd be like, oh wow, what a great save. They're clapping.
Yep.
I just pull my mask up past my face, flash the face to the crowd.
Yeah.
Take a sip of water, put the mask back down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Of course, the mask stayed on when they scored.
Yes, and you cry and be sad.
That's right.
Yeah. We just I don't know what it is in us. Like sometimes even if the girl isn't really attractive,
Yeah.
there's still something in there that makes us do stupid things like that.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know, penis.
Probably not.
Yeah, just penis makes you do it.
Oh, that penis. I think meant her having a penis.
No, yours.
Oh, mine.
Not in the sense that you think I said what? No, because you have a penis, you are wired to do stupid things.
It's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
In the quest for the Vagoon,
men will do stupid things.
we will all do stupid things.
That is the moral of today's story.
Yeah.
You're a man. You can be stupid. It's normal.
It's normal. You're fine. You're just like everybody else with a penis.
I'm Michael from the band Ravenscode, and you're listening to Fiend and Greg.
Send me news with
Fiend and
Greg.
I tried to do it in harmony, but I suck dicks. Wow.
Stop sucking.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time to send me nudes. News?
Nudes.
Wow, that was offside.
Send us nudes at the email address following fiendandgreg at fiendandgreg.com. Sorry, we just do that. Send us nudes. Continue, Greg.
I feel like you're guilty of soliciting. But yeah, it's time to send me news. At a Bloomington, Indiana wedding, till death nearly did part them before the nuptials even got a chance to start. The celebration came to a screeching halt when a whirling tornado formed a little too close to the wedding, causing guests to quickly scatter, along with everything not nailed down to the ground. Luckily, the twister died out before reaching the venue, and no one was injured.
I would have yelled at them to stay at the wedding because that's why I'm getting married today. You
No
stay
matter
here
what,
for me.
you stand there in the tornado.
That's right.
You take it.
We paid a lot of money for this, and for you to be here, fucking stay.
You watch your wedding party die. Watch the bride get taken out by a cow.
I'd make sure she's all right.
Yeah, you big swinging dick. An unruly young tourist could be fined thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars for tossing a large rock into a tourist-filled gorge at a popular national park. Must be Gorge Day.
Oh, yeah.
In a video clip that went viral, a young man in hiking gear is seen throwing a very large stone off of the side of a mountain along the Carestrel in northern Spain's Picos de Europa National Park. Disturbing the environment in the Picos de Europa National Park is classified as a very serious offense according to the Spanish Civil Guard. So aside from the environmental issues, the stunt could have crushed one of the park's 2 million annual visitors.
Could you imagine if you're just enjoying the day and a fucking rock comes from the top of a gorge and some jackass in a hiking suit?
He's looking over the edge as he takes out your husband. Boom, boom. I'm sorry. My bad.
Terrible.
Nearly a third of young Australians.
You love this one.
Nearly a third of young Australians are engaging in a sex act that can go from fun to deadly in a matter of seconds. New research has found that 30% of 18 to 29-year-olds had engaged in strangulation during sex. They were also the generation with the highest rate of it happening without their consent.
Oh, my.
Stopping or restricting a person's breath using hands, other body parts, or ties around the neck cannot be performed safely during sex, police, doctors, and researchers have said. The survey used also pointed out the reason for the increase in the practice is the fear of being perceived as vanilla in bed.
It's got a little bit of... you know what? Vanilla's not bad. You won't die.
You don't want to be totally vanilla.
I mean, it's okay.
Maybe vanilla with some sprinkles.
Yeah, sprinkles.
A couple of sprinkles on top of the vanilla.
Not a full-out smorgasbord.
No,
Smorgasbord!
not a whole banana split.
No.
with all the whipped cream and cherries, and you know what? Just a couple of sprinkles at first before you go choking the shit out of people. So it says here, stopping a person's breathing using your hands, other body parts, or ties around the neck. What other body parts are you using? Are you putting them in like a fucking full Nelson?
Could be a full Nelson or a sleeper hold.
Oh yeah, sleeper hold would do it.
And then from behind you give it to him while you're giving him a sleeper hold. I mean, funny.
I'm gonna have the championship belt now.
But you know.
I mean, how shitty would you feel? You fucking choke your girl out and she fucking dies.
If she dies, you just move on to the next one because apparently your vanilla still isn't good enough.
She should just be able to take it.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe she's too vanilla for dying.
Yeah, we're in modern times now. People can survive a lot better things, like
That's
choking during the act of love.
Yeah. I think if, you know what, it just settle down a little bit. Just tone it down a little bit. You don't have to choke them to fucking death.
No.
Their lips start turning blue. Maybe their eyes are rolling back in their head. Let them go.
Just stop.
Just stop.
Just stop.
Yeah, nobody has to die during the porking times.
No. Those are supposed to be good, fun, happy times.
Exactly. You're not supposed to fucking kill them. So coming up on the Eugene and Reginald show. Wait. Sorry, I forgot where I was.
Yeah.
At the Fiend and Greg show, we're getting ready to. We're gonna break with tradition.
Are we really?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
We're gonna actually fucking talk about the topic at the beginning of the show.
Really?
It feels wrong.
Well,
Okay. I feel dirty.
We'll take a chance and see how it goes.
And then a little while after that, we'll revel in Fiend's pain and suffering in a new Diary of Fiend.
All right.
But right now, it's time for a listener letter and some therapy with Dr. Greg. Dear Dr. Greg, I wish to remain anonymous, so please call me Ellie. Recently, I've been considering an affair with my neighbor, and now I have so much guilt and anxiety. I haven't even done anything yet, and I'm feeling so guilty that I'm starting to go crazy. It feels like my mind is always agitated and my head is splitting. My husband is barely home between work and his friends and hobbies. It started innocently, but the guy next door has been giving me signals that this is going to the next level.
Pound him! Sorry.
He's also married and not really my type, but he's growing on me the more we interact. I bet he's growing.
Pound him!
I didn't expect emotional problems just from thinking about cheating. And I'm also having a strange kind of mental looping. It's like my thoughts about an affair, the conversation, the moments, the lies, they keep replaying in my head involuntarily. It's not exactly flashbacks, but more like an internal review that I can't stop. Have you guys ever discussed the problems that come with cheating, like the guilt and anxiety? Is this all because of stress? I'm struggling to cope and not sure where to turn for help. Ellie. Well, you came to the right place.
You came to the right place.
An unlicensed podcast therapist.
That's right. You have horror guilt. You want to do some pounding, do you?
Yeah. You want to do it?
You want to do it?
You want to do some pounding? Okay.
Do it.
In all seriousness, Uncle Phoenix,
Oh, fine.
what's your take on this?
I would probably
Pound it!
That's what I did say that earlier.
You did.
But she seems very upset by this story. So I'm thinking to go in it with, although we did throw our immaturity in, I think it's time to show some maturity
Oh.
and understanding.
Oh, yeah, that'll be easy.
I think what I would do is, you know what? If the husband's spending too much time with his friends and his hobbies,
Yeah, God
and
forbid
not-
he have fun.
well, you can have fun. I agree. You have to have fun, and maybe you know what? Some people's spouses are fun, but they want to have different types of fun.
Like butt fun?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll go with butt fun.
We'll get butt fun.
I think you should, if you're having problems with him spending time with his friends and his hobbies too often that you kind of feel like you're taking a back seat, you need to talk to him and tell him how you're feeling, and maybe don't mention the the neighbor thing.
The guy over the fence
Yeah,
that you want to straddle his face.
Especially you're not really all that into him, because that would just sound really bad.
Yeah.
But you need to tell him that you're feeling like you're being put on the back burner.
Is it the attention that she's missing?
I don't know. It could be. We don't really know much about his, like...
So if he's barely home and he's out, playing baseball and he's working, 73 hours a week, and then after that he goes play baseball and then has a couple of beers with his buddies, is she just missing that time?
It could be, because if let's say he is working 73 hours a week, all your spare time that you would have working more than a 40-hour work week has to go somewhere. And if it's only with your buddies and hobbies, I can see why your family would take a backseat.
Could she just get a Gregory quality approved dildo?
She should write in about that. If you're listening, Ellie, please take a write-in about maybe some dildo ideas.
Send us a picture.
Send us a picture.
Yeah, if you have one.
At, what is it? Fiend and Greg.
At
fiendandgreg.com.
And, maybe it's one of mine and I can
Mold it.
Yeah, I can tell you all the specs on it.
Baby carrot.
5,000.
Yeah.
No, we recently started making the Clam Smasher 3000. She's a beaut.
She is a beaut.
Oh, she's a beaut. All right, so
Got spikes on it.
So for your pleasure. So Fiend is talking about open and honest communication.
It always works.
Right. And, all being a fool aside, let's get a little bit clinical now.
Okay.
So it's therapy.
PhD time with Dr. Greg.
So vaginal humanist diploma?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I have. For your vagina. So this is Dr. Greg. And what you're experiencing right now is what we call in the profession whore's guilt. Now, men experience whore's guilt, but it's different from female whore's guilt. So, dealing with guilt involves acknowledging the feeling, practicing self-compassion, and taking steps to address the situation. Whether it's making amends, seeking forgiveness, or learning from the experience. It's also important to consider the root causes of the guilt. With obsessive or intrusive thoughts, dealing with them involves accepting them, not trying to suppress them. And seeking out professional help is a step in the right direction if the thoughts are significantly impacting your life. If you have to identify the thoughts as intrusive, accepting its presence and practicing mindfulness to reduce the anxiety associated with them. Technically, you haven't done anything wrong yet. You could try to silence your brain with the therapist's best friend, alcohol, and above all, stop being a whore.
Visit us at www.fiendandgreg.com or email us at fiendandgreg@fiendandgreg.com.
All right. Well, thanks, Ellie.
Sorry, Ellie. But you know what? I've taken off my doctor hat.
You did.
Yeah, the doctor hat is off. Put it back on the hook in the corner of the Studio of Love. So now this is just regular Greg.
Okay.
And I got the best advice in the world. If you got a major decision to make, especially about something as, potentially impactful as having an affair, have a jerk about it first. Seriously.
It's going to be a thing.
Right. I don't know if women experience a female equivalent of post-nut clarity, but I know we do.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Can we ask? Next time Crows comes in,
Yeah.
we're going to ask her if there's a female equivalent of post-nut clarity.
Definitely should ask. Crows will tell us.
Or if you want to write in, let us know if there is, because that's something I don't know.
It's true though.
And I'm not asking my wife that question.
No, I'm not asking anybody that I'm involved with, especially in the studio.
Sergio would know.
No, Sergio would know, but he's also a male with
You little
post-nut
bitch.
clarity.
You got your fleck your man bean, right, you little bitch?
He likes to be degraded like,
Yeah,
like a
he's-
Japanese businessman. Oh, God. He likes it. Sometimes I'll put on a stiletto heel and I'll go in his office and stomp on his nuts and tell him he's a failure. He loves that shit. He's a fucking freak.
Oh, man.
Sorry, pal.
It's okay. I'm sure he's okay with it.
Yeah, so before you make a major life decision,
Have a jerk about it.
have a jerk about it. Are you thinking of leaving your job for another job? Have a jerk about it.
You could.
You thinking about leaving your significant other? Jerk about it.
Yeah.
You gonna start a podcast? Jerk about it.
That's right.
Yeah, because this is gonna eat up your whole life.
And if you want to look, if you're trying to decide between which car to buy or
Oh, definitely
which
have a-
brand of clothing to buy, just,
Right.
I mean, maybe not then and there.
No, right in the middle of the store.
Okay, you could do it in the store. Have a jerk about
So
it.
you're standing in the middle of an Abercrombie. You just whip it out because you don't know which shirt to buy.
But I promise you, upon release, you will know which shirt to buy.
Do I want the V-neck or the polo? Then you'll know.
Like, you'll always know.
Yeah, and then the police come. But
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I started doing this,
Oh my God.
and it's become an integral part of my decision making now.
Only decision making.
Only decision making.
Okay, you use that as your deciding factor.
Well, I heard a long time ago. I can't remember was it the ancient Persians? When they had a major decision to make, all of the elders would get together. I could be completely fucking this up. It might have been the Vikings. I don't know. But they would get together and they would discuss a major topic, drunk and sober. If the idea still sounded good when you were sober, it could pass.
That is much different than pulling on your Johnson in public to decide a difference between a crew neck and a V-neck.
Okay,
And trying to avoid the police.
Okay, don't do it in the store. Unless you're really fast and you know you're going to get away from the police.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm not encouraging public nudity. It'd be funny as fuck if you did. But honestly, there's nothing better than post-nut clarity.
He's not wrong.
No, I think Ellie should just grab, I can't say my own company's name, but grab that Greg approved Vibrator
Vibratory, yep. And clarify everything.
The Vag Wrecker 7000.
That was 5,000.
Oh no, we're up to 7 now.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the Clam Smasher. This is the Vag Wrecker.
Okay.
Or there's also the Vag Blaster.
Spiked for your pleasure.
Right. With built-in clit flicker.
Oh my God.
The Clam Smasher with the clit flicker. Grab that. Have yourself a time. Put on some Barry White, light some candles, and you know what? See if after you squirt all over the room, if that affair still sounds like a good idea. Maybe go ahead. Or maybe you'll get that clarity that'll say, you know what? Maybe it's not risking my family. I don't know. She doesn't mention if they have kids or not.
No idea.
They may or may not have kids. I don't know. I'm just going to assume you do. Because that's why your husband's gone all the time.
It leaves you with the
He
kids.
leaves you with the kids. Like a dick. Maybe you're annoying. Maybe your kids are annoying. I don't fucking know.
All we know is your name's Ellie and you want to bang the neighbor.
You whore. So, yeah. Guys, gals, you got a major life decision to make. Have a fucking jerk about it. It's time to tug, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to tug.
It is time to tug. Well, the music changed.
Sergio's trying to tell us that it's time to move on to the next topic.
Yep.
Do you think he gets tired of our bullshit?
He has no choice.
Yeah,
We pay him.
Fuck you!
you dick. Just want a latte. Well, right now we're going to totally break brand.
Oh boy.
Never before in the brief history of the Fiend and Greg show have we gone back to actually talk about the topic that we started with before you interrupt me with your zaniness.
Okay.
We're going back.
This is the first.
Yeah, I actually have to go back.
I feel like there is a reason to why we're going back, and that's the only reason why this is happening.
Right. So we were talking about social media trends.
Yeah.
So what happened was recently I was reading about like kids dying trying to imitate these social media trends.
Right.
Like kids are like, one kid jumps off a fucking bridge and the rest of them do it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it. I get the follow the leader thing. I get, everybody wants to be fucking famous now. And I don't know. It's just, it seems like it's turning into too much. But
Definitely.
yeah. So
Anything for clicks.
right.
And videos and recognition, because nobody wants to work for their money anymore.
No, I don't want to. Why would I go shovel shit when I can inhale cinnamon?
That's right. Why wouldn't I?
I mean, I get it. I mean, it's addictive, right?
The trends?
Yeah, and the what would you call it? That need for recognition.
Everybody wants to be a YouTube sensation.
Right, you're chasing the high of whatever you did last.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so even if you're copying what everybody else is doing,
It's like anything you do. You start off like the Fiend and Greg show.
right?
We try to outdo every episode
Yeah,
every time,
right.
but it may never happen.
It may never happen. We do this for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I came into this fully expecting not to be a Brazilianaire.
A Brazilianaire.
How much is a Brazilian?
I don't know. Pull your shorts to the side, I'll tell you.
So we knew we were doing this for a limited size audience.
Yes.
We are a drop in the bucket of fucking podcasts out there.
Oh, yes.
Everybody and their mom has a podcast. Your dog has a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just sits there and licks his balls.
And we listen.
And we listen. So
Soothing.
we know that we're not going to be the next Howard Stern.
No.
Right. So
And we're okay with that.
we're okay with that because we're doing this because we've always wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that comes from this is just gravy. Because we get to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
We get to act stupid. It's a creative outlet.
Of course.
Right. And we're doing our own thing. Like, we're not really copying anybody that I, know
think so.
of.
Yeah.
If we are, fuck, here come the lawsuits.
Yeah, no, I don't think we are.
I don't think we are. So we're going to look at some of the benefits and negatives of this whole social media thing.
Okay.
So when you look at the benefits, it's kind of like where we are. We're fun. You make and maintain friendships.
Mm-hmm.
You're sharing interests. You're learning new things. But when you look at the benefits, the negatives so outweigh it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like that scale is tipped so towards the negative.
You're trying to it's always on your mind. It becomes obsessive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's true because like when we first started this show, I became guilty of that. And I didn't realize it until just recently where I was like, oh, how many views? Oh, we need more views. Oh my God, what can we do? And then I watched a video about how to get more views. And it's like, you know what? Fucking settle down. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Naturally.
Yeah. I mean, you don't turn into a colossal dick about this.
Right.
So I had to sit myself down and calm my ass down because it does become addictive. Yeah, when you're, you're creating something and you want to get it out there, and then that need for recognition kind of kicks in. It's a dirty beast.
Yeah.
It's a dirty whore. So some of the negatives that you're looking at are envy anxiety, depression, narcissism, decreased well-being, increased self-consciousness. You get that internet addiction, unrealistic expectations, and like feelings of isolation because it's just you and your phone all the time. Yeah, God almighty. Then you start with the physical negatives. So you get eye strain. You're withdrawing from social interaction. You get a lack of sleep, increased stress, and like a reduction in any kind of physical activity. So, you know, because you're just sitting on your ass all day, waiting for clicks.
Yeah, that's all you're waiting for.
Right. You're waiting for that next view or that next click. Ah, man. So it's then don't get me started on these fucking challenges. Like we were talking about, you know, choking each other during sex. And then it's like, that becomes a challenge where you're, what was that one called? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Like a pass out challenge or some shit like
It's
that.
like you wait to the very last second before the person starts breathing again.
Yeah.
You let them go.
You're fucking killing your friends.
Yeah.
I've wanted to kill my friends,
But not that way.
but just for sport.
Right.
So yeah, so they're becoming dangerous, and it's becoming a platform for cyberbullying, and it's really like killing people's self-esteem. Like going into this show, I knew that there could be hate. There's going to be.
Not between us.
No, because I love you and your dick.
Thanks.
But there's going to be hate from the people. Somebody's going to come and say, oh, you're a fucking so-and-so ripoff. You're a fucking dollar store, name a show. You're not funny.
Yeah.
You're this, you're that. I love that shit.
You do, eh?
I do. Because you know what? For every negative comment, that's a listen.
It is a listen.
Yep.
You're right.
Right. And I know internet trolls. Like there's a psychology behind them. And that person, I always see that troll looking a certain way. Remember the comic book guy from The Simpsons?
Yes.
Yeah, just some fat, miserable fuck sitting in his mom's basement eating a frozen burrito. That's what I see.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, don't congratulate, speaking English, don't congratulate somebody for making something and putting it out there. You shit on it because you feel powerful. What did you call it before? That armchair commando?
Armchair commando, or
Right.
now it would be a keyboard commando.
Keyboard commando, keyboard warrior.
Keyboard warrior.
Yeah, that's the only place where you're tough.
Right.
Right.
It's behind a screen.
Behind a screen.
In a basement of your mother's house, eating frickin' burritos that she bought in her fridge
Right.
using her microwave.
Just like fuckface does with my Danishes.
That's right.
You touch my fucking Danish,
Marianne.
you fucking penis looking. So what these people got to understand, when you put yourself out there on the interwebs, you gotta be mentally prepared for what's coming. And I feel like I am. Like, I don't think there's anything that a person could say that would actually bother me. And
No.
please don't take this as a challenge.
Not that kind of internet challenge, people.
It's not a challenge.
It's not a challenge.
It's not a challenge.
It's not.
If I fucking off myself next week, you'll know why.
No!
Honestly, I don't care what you think. Like, we're doing this for fun because we've always wanted to. We know we're not going to be the next Mr. Beast
No.
or, you know, whatever show is on Spotify that, you know, makes people do larfs. I know that. We're not going to make billions. We're just being stupid. And we're ready for that negativity and criticism. And we're new and we're discovering our style and we're figuring it all out, right? We're only, 13 episodes deep at
Yep.
this point?
Yep.
And we're figuring it out. And because this show is so off the cuff and it's not scripted.
No, it's definitely not scripted. That's the part about this. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, sometimes we have to go back and redo what we say.
That happens more than you imagine. However, I find that because it's not scripted, it makes it more enjoyable to know because we feed off of each other so well. And if you have any suggestions on things to add that you want to hear from two idiots in a microphone talking about,
Really?
email us or call if you know us personally, which some of you do.
Couple of you.
Let us know.
Right.
Like, we're always looking for feedback on how to make things better, because we could take a small subject and make an idiot segment about it.
Right. And it's fun for us. And we want the people to be engaged, and we want them to participate. And I love getting emails.
Yeah.
We've only got a couple so far, but I love it.
Yeah.
Like when we got our first comment on YouTube, I got an erection.
Oh.
I mean, it wasn't a full-on erection. It was a semi.
It was a semi.
It was a semi.
Worth noting, but not showing.
I wasn't gonna wave it around in the window, but honestly, I was just thinking about erections and windows now. A while back, I actually considered doing a show on my own. And this is weird, and I never told anyone about this.
I'm actually moving my head around in circles because I didn't know about this either.
Okay, so what I wanted to do was take like adult movies, OnlyFans girls, Instagram sleuths, and tear their content apart, because I know how to do that. Like, because I'm such a sarcastic prick, and they always post these weird questions, like 21 now and still an anal virgin. Is that weird? Yeah. So it's like, and I thought it'd be so easy to rip them to shit about their appearance and their activities. And then I realized it. It came up that, this would be funny as fuck to an outsider, but potentially harmful to other people.
Yeah.
So I took that project and tossed it.
Because you're a good person.
Well, sometimes I try to be, because it would be so easy, shooting fish in a barrel, because these people are putting themselves out there in the most ridiculous situations and asking the stupidest questions. And I mean, it like the things that go through my head when I scroll through Instagram, and you see all these girls who are trying way too hard, and yeah, God bless you, but dial it back a bit. Yeah.
For your own safety.
For your own safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've never told anybody about that.
I did not know that.
No.
That was a true story.
Yeah. I thought about doing this show, and then I thought, fuck.
You said alone?
Yeah. I was going to do this by myself. And then I what if I make a comment and then somebody fucking offs themselves?
Yeah, we don't want that. Because you have that on your conscience.
Right. And I
To
mean,
a stranger you've never met.
right. I'm a fucking dick, but I still have a conscience.
You do.
And then also you risk that people's fans, attacking you.
Yeah. They've tried so long to try to get.
Right. Maybe not physically, because that would be difficult, but people get doxxed all the time. You don't know. People start showing up on your porch, and it's a funny idea, but I don't think it would have led to any good. But anyway, hey, kids, don't take it seriously.
Do not.
No. Fiend, got anything to add?
Not really. That was a good like.
Do you feel like this was too serious for us?
No, because I think we need to show different sides of us.
Like my asshole?
I mean, that would be the prominent underside. But I feel like for every stupid thing we throw at each other,
Yeah.
we could do a serious thing every now and then. We help people today with their marriage problems.
You hooer.
Just told her not to be one. Very simple.
Sorry, Allie.
Just telling people to, take it easy on the internet.
Right.
Because what's going to happen? What's the next trend in like 5 years? or 4 years or next year.
Like Russian roulette challenge.
Oh, you know it's probably coming.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gotta. Some fucking jackass is gonna do it. But the thing is, they always do it in a way that it's not gonna harm them. Like they'll edit it like it's a real bullet going into that gun when it's a whole thing full of blanks.
Right.
Where, you know, and we all saw what happened with Alec Baldwin.
No.
Fuck. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't talk about that. But yeah, it just takes one kid to think, oh, he's really playing Russian roulette. I'm going to give this a shot. Then he blows his fucking brains up.
Yep. That's, I don't know. Everybody, that's what trends do. One person does it, everybody else wants to try it.
Yeah.
They don't know the story behind how they did the first one, so they just do what they see. And if they don't know it's fake, head gone. Right.
Just like that your ex-girlfriend that I talked to who tried your dick and now I want to try it. Oh. Too far?
A little too far.
And now it's time for sharing. Sharon?
Sharon.
Time for Sharon. Fuck you, Sharon. It's time for sharing and healing with the Diary of Fiend. Dear Diary.
There is this isn't really an embarrassing story. It's more of an asshole story on my behalf. I'm not particularly proud of this moment, but it's for healing.
Well, yeah.
And I need to get this off my chest.
Some sexual healing.
Yep. So, a little while ago, I was a much younger lad, and I was driving in my really old car that had...
Was this the Fiendstang or the Fion?
Before that.
What did you have
it's
before? Before the Fiendstang?
Phenolt. Yeah.
Oh my God,
little
that
brown
box.
One. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, the Matchbox with wheels.
It was that.
Oh, that thing.
Some thought it was a Beamer.
That was your grandma's car.
That was my grandma's car.
Oh, grandma.
Fun fact, it was so light, I could lift the front end of it in high school with my other friend. There's two of us, and we could lift it.
That's because it had a lawnmower engine.
It was terrible. It was like a 1.2 liter, no turbo engine.
It had 2.5 cylinders.
It was pretty bad. But it got me to school and back, and I loved that car.
Right.
When I first got it, it had 40,000 kilometers, and it was a 1987 in 2003.
And it had never turned left.
It didn't turn left.
Ever.
So I drove that thing around, and I used to give my friends rides home from school, cousins, whoever could fit the five of us. And if some of them were even too heavy in the back, it would bottom out. At like little speed bumps or whatever, it would be like just smashing the underneath.
Because the only thing that ever went in the back of that car was like
groceries.
Three cans of beans when your grandma would go shopping.
That was it. So I was driving my cousin home and three of his friends after school one day, and there was a huge rainstorm that just happened while we were in school, and there was puddles everywhere. Like, I'm saying it was a huge rainstorm, but at that time it was like probably an hour past its peak rain. And we went into the subdivision to drop off friend one. And there was an older gentleman raking his leaves in the front yard.
I don't like where this is going.
After the storm. I don't know if it was because they were wet and it was like easier to grab or put together in a pile. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't blow away when they're wet, do they?
Yeah. So he was kind of old.
Fuck.
And my cousin screams, "Fiend! He's right near the road."
Oh no.
Hit the puddle. So I drove into that puddle so fast.
You colossal dick.
I tidal waved his ass and I mean, this puddle was great. The water flew maybe 4 or 5 feet in the air. And you know what the terrible part about this? Karma bit me in the ass right away for 2 reasons.
Okay, so it only got terrible when it came back on you?
It came back when?
When it came back on you?
No.
That's the only time that it's terrible. It's not that you nearly drowned an old man.
I mean, if you took like, I don't even know, like not even a bucket of water, like a pool of water, and just dumped it all over him. His hair was wet. The water went up so high. He had a rake, and he was pissed. So I hit this puddle, and he threw his rake at my car, hit it on the trunk, and then because the water flew up so high and this car was so bad, my engine stalled. And my cousin's like, get out and push. This old guy was running down the street, probably 3-4 houses later. We had some time because he was old.
He's running at you like the Terminator.
He did. He was on a mission, man. He ran towards us and he threw his rake at us, and because he knew we stalled, I was trying to rev it. I was like flooding my own car, trying to get the water out. He ended up just getting like probably 10 feet from the car. All of a sudden you hear, and my cousin like screams, drive! So I obviously can't floor it. So I started taking off just enough where he couldn't catch up to the car. And I looked back in the rear view mirror, and he's like not running forward, but it's almost like a side stomp because he can't make a lot of momentum. We turned the corner and all 5 of us were laughing so hard at this situation because I don't even know what would have happened if the old guy would have caught us.
I think he would have beat the shit out of your car.
He had no choice. He had to pick up his rake and start swinging.
Right.
But that water, oh dude, the water off of the curb was probably 6 or 7 feet, so halfway across the middle of the road. And when I drove into the curb, I kind of swiped my car sideways and it came up, and he was drenched. He had gray slacks and a blue and white checkered button-up shirt. So he was dressed very nicely for raking leaves in his front yard.
Yeah. Calm down.
Ruined. I felt bad though because I peer pressure got me that time.
You colossal dick.
Peer pressure. I would never think of doing such things by myself.
I think
it was a bad influence.
God taught you a lesson that day.
Yeah. He's like, here's your lesson.
Yeah.
Learn from it. You'll be fine. And then in future Diary of Fiends, I have more stories that involve things just as terrible as this.
You dick.
But yeah.
I you know what? Wow. What a dick move.
Oh yeah, it was top of dick move.
Yeah.
It was out of 10 fucked.
Yeah, that is fuck times Randy.
Yeah, it was fuck times 10.
Yeah. I don't think even Randy would do that.
No.
Fucking Randy. But you know what? That's
Here it comes.
That's what this is all about. It's about forgiving yourself.
As he's laughing.
I can just see the old man just throwing his rake in your car.
He hit my trunk. You threw it far and hard enough that it hit my trunk when I was driving by.
Well, yeah, it's old man strength.
I'm not exaggerating. I say old man. People are probably thinking, like, depending on how old you are, listening to this 40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah, subjective.
He was well into his late 80s.
You son of a bitch!
Pretty much. He had a hunch. When he was waddling towards the car, his hips were like moving. I felt bad.
So I still
feel bad about it.
It's like the Terminator and Mr. Burns had a baby.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. The Diary of Fiend.
Just respect old people.
So on behalf of myself and this sadistic fucking sociopath next to me.
Sorry. I still feel bad.
Sorry, Grandpa. Fuck. On behalf of the entire studio crew, our friends Sergio, Maggie, and Marianne, you penis-headed fuck, Danish-stealing cocklicker.
Wow.
Hey, don't touch my fucking Danishes. So on behalf of all of us, from the Studio of Love and Sub Basement 4, Fiend, Take us out.
Email us at fiendandgreg@fiendandgreg.com. Check out our website at
www.fiendandgreg.com.
and respect the old people. They're knowledgeable, wise people.
Dick.